Hey everybody, I'm Pookie and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be going ahead and doing the Booktube Newbie Tag. Now obviously no one tagged me in this because I don't know anybody yet, but hopefully that's about to change. Okay, so question number one is, why did you want to start this channel? Now I feel like everybody answers in basically the same way. There's only so many responses to this. The first reason is because I just love to read, and I think that's kind of a given. You probably already knew that about me before you even started watching the video. Reading is basically part of my daily routine, even though I don't actually schedule time for it. Usually just stay up until 2 a.m. and start reading. So, second reason I wanted to start this channel is because I have no friends that like to read. Literally, some of my friends say I'm prunish because I like to read books, and I don't understand why. Like, they just don't understand the joy of reading, and I feel bad for them. But then again, if I start trying to get them to read a book, then apparently that's a bad thing. So I'll keep trying. Hopefully I'll create a book-loving friend one day. And the third and final reason is, I think, a lot of people's reason for joining Booktube, and that's because they're jealous of the Booktube community. So many people on Booktube just seem like nice, amazing people, you know? And everyone seems really friendly, and even if you don't like the same books as somebody, you understand because they're feeling the bookish feels, you're feeling the bookish feels, and we're all fangirling and boying together over these books. That's just something you really don't get anywhere else unless you have a book reading friend, which I don't. Anyways, the second question on this list is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? I have a cat. That's fun. She's really fun, right, Mayo? She's also unresponsive, so she's there. I am planning on collaborating with an amazing artist to do some videos, so I won't give too much of that away, but that should actually be pretty fun. Oh, and I am an obsessed fan. Not obsessed. Obsessed is a strong word. I am a passionate defender of the prequels of Star Wars. I am a huge Star Wars fan and nerd. I have Star Wars books up there, like encyclopedias. You know what? Wait. I literally just got this for my last birthday. I love it. There's 3 books. They're so pretty, and this is really heavy. I actually haven't seen any booktubers who like Star Wars and or talk about Star Wars at all, so I'm actually planning on coming up with a few Star Wars book tags, so if you're interested in that, stay tuned. Why does that itch so much? I always become itchy when I do these videos. I'm just so itchy. I gotta touch my face because it itches. I gotta touch my nose because it itches. Or my ears. But that's less so. Okay, the third question is, what are you most excited about starting this channel? I think I'm honestly most excited about reading new books, because I actually have kind of like a set of books that I read. I'm not hugely diverse in my reading ways, so I'm hoping that will change. I'm hoping you guys will recommend books to me based off what I've read, and then I can make videos recommending books to you guys, and it can be a nice back and forth symbiosis? What is that called? Where one helps the other. Science terms are not something I remembered from school, but I'm pretty sure symbiosis is close enough. Another thing I'm really excited about is tags, because I have tons of ideas for new tags to do, but I also have tags that already exist that I want to try, so I just want to let the fun begin, you know? Okay, the fourth question is, why do you love reading? What kind of question is that? How am I supposed to answer this? It's like asking somebody, why do you like chocolate milk? Well, because it's delicious. Why do I love reading? Because it's fun. I don't know how to give any other answer, and I guess because it's kind of like having a life experience that you don't have to buy if you use the library. I don't buy books, okay? Just a warning, if you want to continue watching me, book hauls will be a scarcity. Like, if there's one, it's like a rare event, like a diamond. The fifth question is, what book or series got you into reading? And I'm gonna be a little blasphemous here. When I was younger, I did not like to read. Shut up. Okay, I actually struggled with reading when I was really little, and I did not enjoy it at all. But in 5th grade, my teacher actually told me that I was above my reading level, and that kind of shocked me, and I was like, what? And so that actually got me to read because she told me to pick out a couple books from like a 6th grade reading level when I was in 5th grade. And so I got Emma and the Incredible Shrinking Rat, and I got Secret of Zoom. Those are the ones that I remember. I loved those books, and I really, really loved Secret of Zoom. Like, in my mind, that's like one of the best books I ever read. Now, I'm sure if I read it now, it wouldn't be as awesome, but back then, it was the best book ever. Like, ever. You couldn't argue with me on that. It was the best book, and everyone should read it. Memories. I'm remembering things. But honestly, I didn't really get into reading until like 6th or 7th grade. And some of the books that really got me into it was the Lunar Chronicles, which I wasn't like super into, but I loved how things just like ended up intertwining together. And I think that's just kind of like opened my mind to like there's better things out there, you know, book-wise. Because before that I only read books when I had to, which is sad. And then another book series that really got me into reading was the IQ series. I loved that, and actually I just reread that series with my siblings last year, and they loved it. So I reread it with them, and just sharing that experience with them was amazing. So I don't know, I really appreciate those younger books and the teachers that told me, hey, you're not a bad reader. You got this. Question number 6 is, what question would you ask your favorite booktuber? Now, I watch a lot of booktubers, but most of them I just watch like on and off. There's only one booktuber that I really watch consistently, and that's Jesse the Reader. And honestly, if I was going to ask him a question, I'd ask him how he edits. Just like a very detailed video on his editing process. Because like over the past few months, his editing skills has just grown exponentially. And it's beautiful, and I love it. I want my videos to be like that. Hashtag goals. Question number 7 is, what challenges in starting a booktube channel do you think will be the hardest to overcome? I think my biggest problem is talking to the camera. Now, no offense, you are beautiful. You're a lovely, beautiful camera. Nice silky and black. But looks aren't everything, and this conversation's feeling very one-sided right now. I feel like I'm awkward, and I'm stiff, and I'm a lot more, how do I put this, free with my speech, where whenever I'm in front of the camera, I always feel like I have to say the right thing, and even when I say the right thing, it comes out really weird, and my voice sounds really weird on camera. And now if you weren't thinking it before, I made you aware of it, so that's great. Oh. Another thing that I'm going to find difficult is not over fangirling. That can be hard because I have a habit of going on tangents about things that I really like, but I guess that's not a bad thing because I can always edit out what's not important, but that's also a bad thing because that makes the editing process way longer. So, double-edged sword, am I right? Question number 8 is, when did you start reading? I think I started reading in kindergarten. I think most people do, actually. No, I'm joking. Anyways, now seriously reading, I already answered this question. I didn't really start consistently reading till middle school. So, wow, that was a long time ago. I'm not gonna give you guys my age, but, I'm old. Okay, question number 9 is, where do you read? Right here, where I'm sitting right now. Now, it doesn't look comfy, but this is one of the best reading chairs ever. See, I just go like this, and I read. And it's actually not that bad. Now, if I'm here for an hour, then my back really starts to hurt, but besides for that, it's pretty good. And I also read on my bed, but I think most people tend to read on their bed, so that's nothing special. I would read on the couch or in the living room, but I have a lot of siblings, and if they're playing blocks, it's just crash, crash, bang. Okay, so there's a lot of distracting sounds and noises, so I tend to just read in my room, and I do not read in the car. I don't know if this is just me, but if I read in a car while it's moving, I get a headache. Also, if I chew gum, I get a headache, but that's beside the point. Let me know if it's just me. Actually, I think it's my mother too. But let me know down in the comments if the same goes for you, because sometimes I'm worried. Question number 10 is, what kind of books do you like to read? I like to read a lot of different types of books. I really like to read classics, which is something I don't see a lot of booktubers doing, so I guess I could have added that to the unique things. I like fantasy, epic fantasy, I read fiction. I read a little bit of nonfiction, but not a lot. I read biographies, and I also read a few autobiographies. I love historical fiction. Love it. One of my favorite books is a historical fiction, and it's called The Moonstone by Wilkie Collins. It's also a mystery, and I love mysteries too. Love Sherlock. Love Sherlock. I don't like the new stuff, but I mean like the original stories. I love them. One thing you gotta know is I'm not a fan of romance. My threshold for romance is Jane Eyre. Jane Eyre is like the height of romance books. Anything beyond that, I'm not gonna read. Even, I think the Lunar Chronicles had a little bit too much romance to me. I like books where the romances are the side plot, not the main plot. I don't want to be able to take the romance out and not really have a book, okay? So if you like romance, I'm probably not the kind of person you want to watch. I'm on the fence about sci-fi books because I really like things like Star Wars, and I've read a couple Star Wars books and I really liked them, but a lot of the other sci-fis that I've read, I haven't really liked that much. I've kind of liked Ender's Game for the most part. Ender's Game was kind of like okay for me, but I read Out of the Silent Planet by C.S. Lewis, and that's a sci-fi, and I didn't really enjoy that much. So maybe I'll go ahead and read more sci-fi this year and come to a conclusion on it. So that's all the questions in the Booktube Newbie Tag. I hope some of what I said resonated with you, and if I'm a little stiff, please bear with me. I'm not used to talking to a camera. I'm sure some of you can understand how that feels. I'm looking forward to joining the bookish community, and if any of you guys want to start a conversation with me down in the comments, I'd be totally up for that. If you guys have any book suggestions, maybe solving my sci-fi problem. So we'll see how it goes. I'm looking forward to joining this booktube community, and I just want to say hi!